Movie buffs, welcome back to the Movie Bay. This is D. In today's video, we're going to do a take 10 on Bruce Willis. We're going to take a look at 10 good movies from Bruce Willis outside of Die Hard. We're going to leave all the Die Hard movies alone. Bruce Willis did a lot of work outside of Die Hard. Now, I understand that's a big point of recognition for Bruce Willis, the Die Hard series, but there's a lot to this guy outside of Die Hard. So we're going to dive in. So before we dive in real quick, you're probably going to hear like a whirling noise in the background. It's my fan. It's actually behind me. It's very warm out today, so I kind of need it. If you hear the little whirling sound, that's what it is. I hate to annoy you guys, but I need it, and we're going to dive right into this take 10. So we got Mercury Rising. Mercury Rising came out in 1998. It has a 108-minute runtime. And it's 6.2 IMDb rated. Mercury Rising is about a little boy who is autistic, but he's very intelligent. He cracked a code that gave him basically a backdoor into, I think it was the CIA, a weapons program. And they wanted to find out what happened. So they sent agents after this little boy. Bruce Willis was a cop who was investigating what was happening. And once he realized what was really going on, he was protecting the boy. So he took the boy and he protected them and he kept them safe from the government. Good movie. Really, really good movie. A very underrated Bruce Willis movie. The Fifth Element. Not an underrated Bruce Willis movie. A very popular movie. People loved it. It was a really good movie. You have an all-star cast in here. Amelia Malkovich, Chris Tucker, Gary Oldman. The list goes on and on. The Fifth Element came out in 1997. It has a 126-minute runtime. And has a very high, very respectable 7.7 IMDb. So Bruce Willis is a taxi cab driver. His name is Dallas, forget his last name, Dallas something. And the girl, Amelia Malkovich, is the Fifth Element. And she somehow fell into his cab. I don't want to give you too much. I know everybody saw this movie. It's old, but she basically fell into his cab, and they was out to save the universe. Very good movie. Next up, we have Armageddon. Armageddon came out in 1998. It has a 151-minute runtime, and it scored 6.7 IMDb. I'm not sure why it only scored a 6.7. It's a really good movie. I would have gave this a 7.75. But you got Ben Affleck, you got Michael Clark Duncan, you got James Buscemi. I think his name is Jim Buscemi? Tony Buscemi. I'm sorry. Tony Buscemi from like Boardwalk Empire. Of course, you got all-star cast in here. Michael Clark Duncan, Billy Bob Thornton. Just a wonderful cast. Great movie. So basically, Bruce Willis is a deep core oil driller. He goes in deep where nobody else can drill it. When nobody else can drill to the depth that needs to be drilled, he can do it. So his name is Harry Stamper. So NASA is coming up with a plan to save Earth because a big meteor is coming towards Earth. They say in the movie that it was the size of Texas. If something like that was to slam into Earth, it would literally destroy the planet. And they go off into a space shuttle onto this asteroid, drill, drop nuclear ordnance, and fly back to Earth and detonate on their way back. Good movie, solid movie. It's got a lot of funny moments, but it has a very sad ending. You'll like Armageddon. If you never saw Armageddon, you need to check this one out. Here's one that I know for a fact is a very underrated movie. It's a very good movie, but it's a very underrated movie. Last Man Standing. This is, to me, this is one of my favorite Bruce Willis movies. I rate this one very high. I have nothing but positive vibes when I watch this movie. I enjoy it. It's great. The story is good. The acting is good. I really like this one. So Last Man Standing came out in 1996. It has a 101-minute runtime, and it has a 6.4 IMDb. I would give this at least a 7. At least a 7. Definitely at least a 7. I thought this was really good. I enjoyed this one. So basically, Bruce Willis is a traveler. He's traveling through this town. He runs into the first gang. They assault him. They, mess his car up to the point where he has to leave the car in town for it to get fixed. It takes a little while to get the parts. He started working for one gang, go work for the rival gang, and basically he pits these gangs against each other to wipe each other out. It's a really good movie. This is definitely one of Bruce Willis's best movies, in my opinion. Last Man Standing. Next up, we have 12 Monkeys. 12 Monkeys is a fantastic movie. I also did this in the Take 10 on Brad Pitt, I do believe. 12 Monkeys came out in 1995. Has a 129-minute runtime, and it scores 8.0 IMDb and deserves every last bit of it. 12 Monkeys. Here's one. I actually went to the theater to see this one. I thought it was all right. It wasn't the greatest Bruce Willis movie I ever saw, but I thought it was all right. It's called Surrogates. Definitely a good Bruce Willis movie. Again, like I said, it's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. This is a solid movie. It's right above a B movie, in my opinion. It's a cut above. And it wasn't a B movie. It was like a theatrical release, but it really wasn't what you would expect from a Bruce Willis movie. But it was good. You understand what I'm saying? So Surrogates came out in 2009. It has a 89-minute runtime, so it's not terribly long. And it scores 6.3 IMDb. So basically what you got is Bruce Willis, he's a cop in the future with these robots that are like surrogates. People, real people, if memory serves me correctly, real people are in like these pods, and these surrogates pretty much run the world, pretty much. Real people, but the people aren't doing it, their surrogates is doing it. It's a really good action / sci-fi flick. Surrogates. Next up, we have The Last Boy Scout. This is another one I went to the theaters to see. I was real young when this one came out, but this was a good movie. Damon Wayans opposite of Bruce Willis. They really good movie. You'll like this one. This one came out in 1991, so this is an older movie. It has a 105-minute runtime, and it scores a 7.0 IMDb. It deserves it. It's a really good movie. And this is early in both of their careers. So it's a fantastic Bruce Willis / Damon Wayans movie. Next up, we got Pulp Fiction. Now, this wasn't really what you would call a Bruce Willis vehicle, because I think everybody in here, all the main actors, pretty much got equal screen time. But Bruce Willis was a center point of the movie. So I'm going to go ahead and put this under like Bruce Willis. But I would also put this under Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson. I did a Take 10 on Samuel L. Jackson. I did not include this, but you could easily put him in it too. But anyway, Pulp Fiction came out in 1994. It has a 154-minute runtime. And it scores a very high 8.9 IMDb. I agree with every last bit of that. 8.9, they should have just said, you know what, we're just going to give this a perfect 9. This is a solid movie. This, Jackie Brown, I'm trying to think of the movies that came out, like Quentin Tarantino, Reservoir Dogs, all of those movies are great. I love Tarantino, and this is just one of his greater movies. I loved it. So, Pulp Fiction. Next up, this is definitely a Bruce Willis vehicle. This is The Sixth Sense. Now, you got Bruce Willis, you got the one Wahlberg brother, not Mark, the other one. I think it's Donnie Wahlberg in here, even though he has a very small, minor part. He's important, though, but you won't realize how important his character is until the end of the movie. You got, I think his name is Haley Joel Osment. Excuse me, I think that's his name. And then you have his mother, played by Toni Collette. Great movie. It's about a little boy who can see dead people. And Bruce Willis, I can't give you the end, but this movie's been out so long, I'll give you the end. Bruce Willis is actually dead, but you don't know it until the end of the movie. The way it's played out is crazy. The Sixth Sense, to me, is still, to this day, M. Night Shyamalan's best movie. He got quite a few movies out there, but I do believe this is his best movie. If not his best, this is definitely in his top 3. But for me, out of all my M. Night Shyamalan movies that I own, this is the best one. Next up, Motherless Brooklyn. Motherless Brooklyn is a fantastic movie. Great cast. I mean, look at this cast. You got Edward Norton, Bruce Willis, of course, Alec Baldwin, Willem Dafoe. This movie is off the chain. Great movie. So that came out in Motherless Brooklyn, came out in 2019. It has a 144-minute runtime, and it scores a very high 6.8 IMDb. Motherless Brooklyn. If you never saw this one or heard of it, you need to check this one out. It's really good. And let's see, The Sixth Sense. Did I give you guys the numbers on The Sixth Sense? Yeah, 1999. Yeah, okay, so let's do that. It came out in 1999. It has a 107 runtime, and it has a high 8.2 IMDb. So that's everything. That's our Take 10 on Bruce Willis. I tried to give you 10 movies from Bruce Willis that I thought was really good. I have more. I have quite a few Bruce Willis movies, all the Die Hards, the remake he did to Death Wish. I have all of that, but I thought these was a solid 10 Bruce Willis movies that's outside of Die Hard. I just didn't want to just go ahead with Die Hard. But if I did include Die Hard, I would have included Die Hard with a Vengeance, the third installment. Actually, the 1 and then 3, then 2, and then the rest of them, the one with his daughter, the first one with his daughter, that one was okay. I think that was Live Free or Die Hard. That one was okay. After that, So that's it. That's our Take 10 on Bruce Willis. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.